Oh, hell, the Knights of the Gimmick Table, where we spit the truth at the infamous round table and your feelings get left at the door. I am Boogaloo. This is LowRyda, and that's the artist formerly known as Starcade. Cade
Okay.
What's
What's
going
up,
on,
guys?
guys?
Hey, what's up, guys? How
What's
y'all
up?
doing? Thank y'all for tuning in. I guess we should start with paying some bills, right?
Yeah, let's do it.
All right.
Take it away, Stockade.
Sleeves. If you're an athlete, active wear, Sleeves got your needs, man. They got them dirty boxers. They got them dick sleeves, as Lowrider likes to put it. They got
Yeah,
the
yeah.
they got the mom headband. They got the nice elephant trunk boxes going on. But Sleeves, man, code MWA Pod to get your discount.
I need a dick sleeve for
That's
my
right.
arm. My arm is hurting.
Yeah. All right, guys. Hellvape.com. Hellvape sells healthy vaping alternatives. All their products are nicotine free and they have no harmful or addictive chemicals. To make sure you get yourself some of their vape and pod products using our code MWA Pod for that 10% discount.
Percent discount.
Also, check out storefrontier.com/MWA World where you can get yourself one of these dope ass Knights the Gimmick Table
That
shirts.
is a dope ass shirt.
Help support your boys. You know, we some poor ass motherfuckers. Hook us up.
Yeah,
You know,
yeah. If you buy one, we will come to your house and wash your car.
There you go.
I don't know about all that, but but yeah, make sure you guys check that out. Also, check out our other what else? Follow us on Twitter and Instagram at MWA World and subscribe to us on all podcast platforms and YouTube, MWA Podcast Network. All right.
Yeah, buddy.
Oh,
So,
yeah, that
before
down
we
there
get
also.
okay, there we go, the Twitch thing. So before
Twitch.tv
we get
slash
started,
MWA.
there's a lot of drama going on in the hardcore indie scene. Is that right, Stockade?
Dude, I don't even know where to begin, man. There's not a day. I would say for the past 2 weeks, man, my phone nonstop with shit just popping up. I don't know what to say. It's two of the guys I know. One of them I know very personally. One of the guys I really don't know at all, and then the other one guy I do know fairly decent. So it's
Shit.
you know the other two. I'll say Matt Justice and AJ Gray. They were accused of some crazy stuff,
How you doing, Carmelati?
and I don't know. I don't know what's going to come of that. And obviously, G Raver, that wild stuff came out.
Yeah, but you know what, man? He got out in front of it and he owned up to whatever he did, and at least that's what I heard. So,
Yeah,
I heard he
yeah,
said, he was fucked up at the time, and
Mhm.
yeah.
he's sorry for what he did, and but at least he came out in front of it, and you know, all he can do is now try and get right.
All
So
right.
Yeah, man. Like the one chick was an ex girlfriend, and someone else came out and said some shit. And
Yeah.
if he was under the influence, man, he's just got to get himself straight. It,
yeah,
it sucks because
Well,
he is my boy.
good luck to him, man. Hope everything works out for him.
yeah,
Absolutely.
That's all. That's all I can say. I'm
Yeah,
not.
yeah.
man.
I'm not taking sides because that's not what we do here.
No, the same. That's
No,
I made it known. I made it known to everybody. He's my boy. He's my friend. I want my friend to get better. As far as
yeah,
wrestling, I'm not the one that makes that decision.
Yeah. Everybody
exactly.
deserves a second chance.
That's the most important thing is is he gets better. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? Because
Yeah,
everybody,
absolutely.
we don't want to see anybody in this tight knit wrestling community that we have keep going down the wrong way. So
Yeah.
without
Absolutely.
further ado,
Well, like I was
let's
saying,
bring on.
everybody deserves a second chance. And with that being said, well, Foxy, give me that second chance that I missed. Oh, hey, Foxy, how you doing?
Oh, there we
Oh,
go.
honey.
The love that
Already
got
causing issues.
the
The
love that
one
got
that
away.
the one that got away.
Yeah. Oh, look at that chug.
What's up?
What's up? How
What's
you
going
doing?
on?
Dude, she doesn't age. It's fucking scary. You're a goddamn vampire. Let's cut,
Yeah.
let's cut to the chase.
I honestly think she looks younger now than she did when we
Yeah.
were young.
Yeah,
Look, I'm over here, all grayed up.
Yeah, but you still look like if you colored your beard or you shaved it off, you would still look like you're 20 years
Ju-
old.
just a fat version of the 20-year-old low
Yeah.
rider.
Yeah. Out of shape. I put this goatee back on. I look like a 27-year-old Boogaloo. with just a lot more weight.
Nah, from the neck up, I peaked at like 19, and it just that was it.
That's good though.
Yeah, there you go.
Jeans right there, girl.
So
Yep. So
Yeah.
I mean, I'm gonna tell you right
Bring
now,
it.
Stockade ain't gonna say much because he has this boyhood crush.
Oh, we're gonna talk. Come on, man. We rolled together for a while, me and her.
we
that-
did. I remember you when you were just starting out. It was so cute.
I remember him
I was,
saying
I was,
that
I was
too.
adorable. I was adorable. Now I'm fucking
Adorable.
miserable. I blame
Welcome to
these two.
adulting.
My man,
It's
the
the worst.
bald head, he had no hair. Remember, he had the short haircut.
I had no
Short
hair,
hair.
and two assholes called the dead presidents pulled me aside and said, "Hey, your first year's as good as it gets. It's all downhill from here."
Hey, you know what though?
You're not
You were
wrong.
right.
Yeah.
Hey, you want to know something though? You
go
were one of the ones
crazy,
I always liked, and you stuck with. You took criticism, you took critique, and you always asked, like, if anything, you could work on. And
That would do it. That's
you,
how it
you
should
was
be.
always, you did it the right way.
Mhm.
Hey,
All right,
absolutely.
well,
Not
enough
that
about-
not that
enough
Not
about-
about me. Let's
enough
talk about the
about
important
Kaide
person.
Lothbrok.
not that it mattered what the fuck we said. you
Yeah,
know?
yeah. Who the fuck is Boogaloo?
Think
Hey,
about
you
it.
guys aren't Hall of Famers. Who the fuck are you?
Yeah,
I know for real.
exactly. You gotta talk to Mega about that.
Oh God.
8-time
Yeah.
Hall of Famer.
Big time. Yeah, I'm
Fucking-
2-time Hall of Famer. I'm just get the hell out of here.
But Foxy, so how's life treating you right now? You know,
At the moment, I can't complain.
How's
It
the
varies.
book?
The book is doing well. I just started the final draft of like the third section because I have it broken down by sections of like when I first started and my name was Vicky, and then I became Foxy, then Foxy Dreams, and Foxy Foxxy. So right now I started in the whole Foxy Dreams section.
Okay,
Oh wow,
And-
you almost done, huh?
so
Yeah.
so you should have did it like fucking different books.
Like Jericho,
Right.
just put out one at a different time of your fucking career.
Yeah, why not? I've never read a Jericho book, but yeah,
No, his
Yeah, I'm
book-
into
I
anything.
like his books.
I know. Louis told me, hey, you should check it out. I'm like, bro,
Now
you know,
let me tell you
I
something.
don't
about
even know how
Foxy,
to
though.
read.
Uh-oh.
Me and Foxy had a book club.
Wow.
Yeah,
So-
Louis likes reading, man.
I love to read, and that was another thing. Like if you ever saw Foxy in the locker room, if she
Oh.
wasn't going over stuff or messing with little Seth at the time,
Hey,
she
Louis,
always
you
had a
okay?
book in her hand. She always had a book in her
Mhm.
hand. Hey Kevin, we're doing
Yes,
good.
Kevin.
Bye.
How you doing,
How long have you been writing this book? It's been a while, right?
Kevin? Are
Yeah.
you okay?
I started it in like June or July of 2019. 2019?
Weird. So
I don't
weird.
know. How long have we been in this whole thing? The
The
coronavirus. thing?
COVID.
Yeah,
bubble?
2 years.
Forever.
20, yeah, 2
Yeah.
years now.
2020.
2 years
All right, so
now.
yeah, I started it the summer of quarantine during when the whole speaking out thing had happened
Mhm.
because. And it wasn't really because of speaking out, because back then, if somebody fucked with me, I had no problem saying it back then. So it's not like anything that's
spoke
happened with
out
me was a
yourself.
secret.
You
Yeah,
did
fuck that.
speak out
What
back
a,
then.
what,
It
what,
was-
a, what a rare thing. Someone
Right?
actually speaks up for themselves.
So I mainly started it because around that whole speaking out time, a lot of people were forgetting the fact that the women were just as bad as the men back in our day. Like I've had so many times where I had to defend myself against, other women when it came to like the verbal bullshit, or how like a couple promoters tried pinning me and other girls against each other. And it was like, there was so much more going on. And I'm like, no, we need to like just tell it like it is. And that whole era is so glamorized now by the wrestling stands, the attitude era and ruthless aggression, the women. It's like, you guys have no idea the trickle effects that it came down when it came to the indies, worth all of us being forced to do the bra and panties matches and the fucking evening gown matches. And we didn't want to, but we had to emulate the product on TV. Like, and I came to that point where I'm like, no, I never got a chance to say everything I wanted to say. One, because there was no platform. And two, after I left wrestling, Damien was still wrestling. So I'm like, I'm just going to keep my mouth shut for a little while because I didn't want anything reverberating onto him.
Right.
And it just came to the point where it's like, fuck this. Like, there's so much that wasn't known that needs to be known and needs to be said. And if I'm going to be the bitch to do it, then I'm going to be the bitch to do it.
Hey,
So that
Someone's
was
gotta
one
do
thing that that was one thing. She never held her tongue. Like if she had a problem, you speaking out, she was gonna speak out right then and there. She wasn't gonna hold it for years and let it fester. She was gonna address it right then and there. It's
Mhm.
not going down. That was
Yeah,
one
but
thing with my father.
it's also a generational thing. Like, I mean, I came in probably the generation after you guys, but there was
Yeah.
no social media really. There's no Twitter. Like now, everyone just like with the G-Raver situation, this shit happened like 2-3 years ago. Now it's coming out. Like,
Right.
why are you waiting?
yeah, like,
I get it. You know, it's
why,
a tough situation, but what the fuck? Now you're gonna come out
why
with this
not?
shit?
Why not do it during when all that speaking out was going on? You know,
It's just it's
you know,
it's
I don't want
whatever.
to blame anybody for anything, though. You know, at the same
No,
time,
because it's a shit
some people feel,
situation.
yeah.
But like again,
Pierce, what's up,
it's
brother?
just one of those things. Why?
Hey, Pierce.
I don't know. There's
No, I'm with
bullies
you.
in every generation, in every gender. Like it's to me, I don't know. I think wrestling. It's a lot of these people would not survive when like you guys definitely came up, and not even when I was coming up.
Oh fuck no.
No.
It's part of the pussification of America or the world, actually. You know,
So
Everyone gets a trophy.
unfortunately,
I've said it before. Like
unfortunately.
at one point on the Indies, I was known as the gynecologist of the Indies because I was always taking care of these pussies in the ring. So I mean, I've said it. I never had a problem. Stepping to nobody, and that's because that's the way it was. Or I never had no problem
Mhm.
defending nobody. If they were wrong, I'd defend the person I was being wrong because I didn't have a problem because they were too meek to do it for themselves. Or even if they did it for themselves, I'd stand behind them. I mean, it's the way it is.
Yeah.
Because if there was no unity there, then what the hell is the good of the business?
I agree.
You ain't wrong at all.
Mhm.
Not
Nope.
even a little bit, man. It's crazy the way everything plays out, right? Like,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
fortunately, even like during that speaking out stuff, like there was plenty of guys that got a bad rep for shit that wasn't even proven. Like just because somebody's upset because you drilled them too hard during training, or you know
Dude,
what I'm saying? Like it's fucking crazy,
I heard
dude.
I heard of an incident
Crazy.
like a week or two ago. Some promoter put a hit on another wrestler and to basically teach him a lesson. And now it's one of those stupid New Jersey out of nowhere, nobody knows anything feds. But now it's making the rounds like, why are we doing this in wrestling and blah blah. It's like, dude, back in the day, you get your ass. I remember Mikey threw
Shit.
my fucking bag. Mikey legitimately at training threw my bag out of the building and said, "Get the fuck out or learn to fucking wrestle." Like I didn't take it as bullying. I was like, all right,
No.
take this shit seriously. It's a learning experience, but
It's-
It is. My first day of training, I got beat to piss by 3 guys.
And that was part of the way it was back in those days. Like,
Exactly. It's how you weed out whether or not you actually want to do this or whether or not you just want to do it because it's a fad or to get girls or just to say, hey, look what I'm doing because it's popular. No, like it's the way to weed out who's
Yeah.
passionate versus who just wants this as a hobby.
Yeah, Nana broke a stripper's ribs.
and part of the problem was there wasn't too many girls at the time,
No.
so you
Mhm.
had to work the guys, right?
Mhm.
You
Yeah.
didn't have a choice but to really wrestle with the guys during training. So
Hell.
it's like,
Or even on
Hey.
shows.
hey,
I
be
mean,
prepared because you're about to get bumped.
I
Mhm.
mean, at NYWC, it was just for a while, it was just you and Tara, and then
Yeah.
for a while, it was just you.
Yeah.
Like it was crazy.
Hey, let me tell you something. Tara was a tough cookie too. She took
It
the
was.
beatings.
Mhm.
She took the beatings too. I give her my hat goes out up to her too because she would get in there, mix it up,
Mhm.
and she was good too. She always wanted to learn.
Yeah. And sweet. There's very rarely any like sweet, genuinely sweet people. Like you could smell bullshit a mile away from a lot of people, but she was like just so genuine, and that's rare.
Yeah, definitely,
No, yeah,
definitely.
definitely good people.
Yep. Kaide, you want to ask her anything?
I mean, I mean, I got things we can talk. We can,
Let's go.
Are
We
we
can talk
going?
about-
Are we going to go to Stockade feeling like jittery and
No, not at all.
go ahead, bro.
Foxy's always been chill with me. I've always got along with Foxy. But no, I mean we have a love for things outside of wrestling the same. Like we're both big Critical Role fans.
Mhm.
Because fucking like they have no idea. It's all
What the hell are you talking about?
Okay.
It's a Dungeons and Dragons podcast.
Oh, okay.
It's a Dungeons and podcast live stream of a group of friends who just happen to be voice actors.
Huh.
So they role play
The
the whole thing.
LowRyda's like fucking nerds.
Yeah.
No, I'm cool with it.
This is the power of social media too, because like in locker rooms, we didn't really know shit about each other other than we're all in wrestling, we're all doing this thing. Like there was never any time to really get to know each other. The minute like I put up the Critical Role post and you're like, oh my god, you watch it. I'm like,
I love it. It's the best.
best.
I listen to that shit while I work out. It's fucking the best.
That was Damien's fault though. I fully blame him for getting me into it because he knew about it well before I did. And as we were
yeah.
And like I've always been interested in Dungeons and Dragons, but like never really took the time or even bothered. And as we were rearranging the living room in September, he was playing them in the background on TV. And I'm like, what the hell is this? Oh, this is all right. Little few weeks down the road, I'm like, all right, I like the show. I consider I'll be a fan, but I'm not going to go crazy. Like I can't see myself buying merch or being obsessed. November, I was obsessed. I bought all the Funko Pops. I bought their merch. It's over.
Know, Damien, we know.
I'm sure Damien was like, babe, please don't buy this.
All right, don't. We don't
Don't
need
buy
any
it.
more
In the back of his, like as soon as you turn your back, he was like, yes.
Well, now I
I don't have to buy it now.
Mm-hmm. And he's like, let's just get this one D&D book. I come home with like 10.
How happened?
No, it's like I am like that though, because I'll go to like Barnes and Noble. I go weekly, and I always buy a book and have an excuse to buy the book. But he's always like, "Hey, pick up this one D&D book. That way we have it." I come home, I have like 5 of them. Like I got the book and more.
You don't know everything about it though.
I have no self-control.
Research.
Yo, you check it out though, man. It's on Amazon Prime. It's called Vox Machina. It's they made like a live action, not like an animated cartoon about it, bro. I got my fiance into it.
Pierce Austin says, I refuse to believe the guy that goes by the name of Damien Dragon is into Dungeons and Dragons.
Who would have thought?
Only
Dragon.
one OP. Yeah, I guess is that Australian? Is that Australian for dragon?
Yeah.
Well, it's Australian for beer too, like Foster's.
Yes.
Oh, here we go.
Oh,
we
there goes
got
Aunt
Tizzy in the
Tizzle.
house.
It's
What's up,
Tobin.
Hey everyone.
Hi, everybody.
So proper. Hey everyone. But
yeah.
okay, Dungeons. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, who's the voice actors on there? Anybody that we would know?
I mean, the one guy that does Grog is he does like all the Marvel stuff. He does Thor,
Okay.
Hulk. But they're mostly like video game voice actors. The one girl is from an old TV show. My girl told me the girl who plays Spike is from like some 80s.
Yeah, Ashley.
Yes.
Ashley, yeah, she was. I want to say Growing Pains because she also had a very brief cameo in the Avengers movie at the very end. She was the one that was like, Captain America saved my life.
But like a lot of them voiced, like the one guy voices Doctor Strange and all the Marvel like TV cartoons and all that. So it's pretty cool, you know.
All right. I know one guy that's doing voiceover work now. You guys know him too. K Pusher.
Oh no shit!
Yeah, he's doing TikTok voiceovers. So
is he?
No
Yeah.
shit.
So you might hear his voice on there on TikTok doing some voiceovers.
Nice.
That's awesome.
Damn,
Yeah.
Jake.
Out in Canada. My man's doing his thing. I told him to send me some videos. I want to check them out.
Yeah.
I'm not really a TikTok kind of guy, but you know, it is
I did
what it is.
TikTok. I did my first TikTok today for Foxy.
I joined just because
Yeah.
because Louis always sends me TikTok videos,
Oh yeah.
and I'm like, what
I always
the hell?
you always find funny stuff on TikTok. There's some funny stuff.
TikTok. Jesus.
There's funny stuff on there.
There is.
I gotta figure out how to do the videos, but other than that, it's funny stuff on TikTok.
See, actually, I'm sure your son knows how to do it.
Yo, let me tell
He
you
probably
something.
does.
Uh-oh.
He does, and on top of that, he's got a YouTube channel, and this kid gets more. he's killing us in views. I need to understand how he does these. He does videos like he's constantly doing stuff on there. So I
But
like
that's the
one day
thing,
he's
man.
like,
When you're
Dad,
constantly
he's
doing
like,
it,
Dad, I got 5,000 views at this post I put up 2 days ago. I'm like, Jesus Christ. Hey, we got 3 views.
yeah,
Wow.
it happens.
He'll get there. We'll get there.
We need to get him as an influencer. I don't know.
There you go.
For real. Let me
Yeah.
tell you, for real.
But I wanted to ask Foxy because I never knew the story. But how did you
Yeah.
and Damien wind up in NYWC? Like, what was that story? I know how these two lunatics did.
Cool.
You two.
All right.
I don't even know how we got in there, actually.
They needed somebody to split Nuke's head open, and they called you guys. That's
Yeah,
how it
right?
happened.
That's what happened.
No, what it was,
Close.
at the time when we were around, I want to say 2003ish, we were working for Jersey Championship Wrestling here. That was like one of our home companies down here in Jersey. And they started bringing around like Tyler Payne, Live Wire onto some of their shows, Johnny Ova and Notice and them.
Tyler Payne that dude, the dude that wrestled before I did on the ICW show, Louis?
No, but that's the same. He had that same
He
name.
had the
though.
same name? Okay. Okay, my bad. Sorry. Keep going.
It's okay. And like we were really close. We were tight with everybody. We were always welcoming to everybody that came to the locker room. And there started to be a lot of dissension in JCW. You know how the stories go,
Yeah.
One has power and blah 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 blah. So there came a time, actually, yeah. So there came a time where they brought Dickie Rods in, and they wanted Damien to squash Dickie in like 2 seconds. But Dickie was the champ over at NYWC, and Damien was like, "No, I'm not gonna fucking do that. We're still gonna have a match." So they had
that's bad business.
Yeah, so they had like a short match, but it was still enough of a match where Damien let Dickie get off on his moves and shit. And shortly after that, we were shit canned out of JCW. That's a whole nother story in itself. And we weren't getting bookings anywhere else. We had no fucking idea why. I found out why much later, that Ricky O, the booker, was telling everybody that we were Satanists, so nobody was booking us. We're like,
really?
Yeah.
Well, you are a vampire, so
So that satanic witchcraft is what keeps all this going. So then, because of how we treated their roster at JCW, and because he refused to basically squash Dickie, Tyler talked to whoever it was at NWC that was in charge of that shit, and they're like, "Come on down." Yeah, he was like, "Come on down to a show. Let's see how everything goes." Blah blah blah. And we got to the first show, did everything that we had to do, and it already felt like home. We knew everybody there already, and they just said, "Come back next month. Come back next month." And next thing you know, we're like a permanent part of the roster for a time.
Can't go wrong with that.
Yeah.
I love NYWC, man. For me, I know, Kaide, you have.
Towards the end of your run, you hated it, but before that, you loved it, right?
Dude, it's where I got my start, man. It's where I got to meet a lot of people, and shit ends the way it does. It is what it is.
Same.
But, yeah, I could spend the whole fucking podcast about it, but it's where I got my start. Like I wouldn't have met you guys, Mega.
No,
my career probably. Right. I know. Actually, looking back on it, probably be a lot better for myself. No,
without Mega, right?
Yeah, fuck him. Fucking asshole. But no, it's honestly, when I got to be trained by Mikey, and I got to learn from you guys and a bunch of people. That's where I got to meet Crusher, for fuck's sake. It was a great place.
Crusher, man.
I will never say it's a bad place to go and train. I mean, now in Long Island, there's a lot of options. You got Kurt Hawkins, him and Ryder and Pat Buck all doing their thing, but it's produced a hell of a lot of great talent. You have everyone from there that graduated was on TV in some form, fashion, Nice, Plasma. So it is a great place. There's like she said with JCW, there's always drama and bullshit and politics.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm gonna jump forward 1 second because you brought up somebody, Crusher. Let me tell you something. This guy, they put us with him when we first came in, right, Chung? Pretty much, they put us with him right away. They were like, "Yeah, we'll put you with Crusher as your manager." I've had a lot of managers over the years, and he's the only
But
manager that I've worked with that never fucked up a spot.
He
Like
was
you tell
impeccable,
if you
man.
it's like, hey, there's a spot here. He knew where
Hmm.
he had to be.
and
He knew what he had to do. He never made it about him. Because he's a good heater. He could get the match over. He could get his boys over. Like he get his team over. But he never took the heat. Like
Hmm.
he never drew
yeah, he never
heat
tried
away
to
from.
take your
He
shine.
never
Yeah.
tried to take the shine away from his
Absolutely,
guys.
he was the best, man.
Perfect.
Yeah,
That's that's
and all
where
his fucking input was quality input.
Yeah.
It was
Such a
never
smart dude.
no fucking nonsense bullshit
Hmm.
that just hey, I was trained here, so I'm gonna give you this fucking bullshit that
Yeah.
like he never even fucking like I didn't even know he was trained by the Malenkos until after he was managing us for a minute.
Mhm.
Like
yeah.
we were talking one day, and he's like, yeah, I was trained by the Louis. I think Louis asked him like,
Yeah. Joe
hey,
and
where'd you
Dean.
start? He's like, yeah, Joe, I did. I was like, what?
Yeah.
Holy shit! Like, okay,
Dude.
Yeah.
no wonder
Like,
why you know your shit.
that's
But I
like
mean,
Mikey molded me, like the rough clay. But fuck, man, I didn't start really learning until I was with pretty much the Black Circle, whatever the fuck, Black Circle with Veronica and fucking Crusher and all those guys and Mikey. Like that's when I really started to get polished and like learn the business. It was under with them, and he was a big part of that.
It's
Mhm.
important, man. Like
how
to
you gotta have the
know.
black circle with two fucking heaters? You have Veronica and Crusher on.
We
That's
had
that's just
three. No,
that's
we had
bad
three. We
business.
had what's his face? Fuck the guy from WXW, the guy we talked about
Cabby.
last week. Cabby.
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 John Cannon. That started that whole fucking thing, dude. That Black Circle thing, that was such a fucking. It could have been so fucking great, and it just started
Thank you.
awesome, and it went
Thank
fucking
you.
haywire, and I don't know what.
Did you
Me
have
and
another
Scyther,
girl in that?
no,
No.
So I had after the fucking Black Circle, me and Scyther broke up. We did the Order of the Black, which was like my take on it. We had when
That's
I
where
was
you
with
had. That's where you had Wagner in it, right?
I didn't. That wasn't my fucking choice, dude. So, like I said, there's politics in wrestling, brother. I love Wagner to death, but no. But yeah, dude. Like I was green as shit. Scyther was green, so we were just happy to like be getting a fucking push, let alone anything.
So who was all in that black circle?
It was me, Cabby, who went by John Cannon, Crusher, and then there was Mikey, Stock, and
Scyther.
Scyther. Yeah.
Now, where the
And
fuck?
it was all based off of this band. The song we used, but I forget
The
the
Death
fucking
Stars.
Yeah, it was this weird German like Marilyn Manson fucking, and like I'm not into that. Like I like Black Label and Motorhead. Like this was like out of my league. I'm like I don't know what the fuck. We're dressing like army people and
Yeah.
Why John Cannon?
It was his idea.
It was John Cannon's idea.
Him and Mikey hit it off.
Him and Mikey hit it off, and it was like their little brainchild. I mean, to be perfectly, I mean, being in the Black Circle was kind of cool, but in the same respect, like, here's something nobody really knows. I didn't want to fucking do it. Like, I said yes because it was like, all right, you know what? I get to work with Crusher. I get to work with Mikey. Stock is really cool. So yeah, sure, let's go for it. But I didn't want to do it because I just dropped being goth. And I was like doing the goth thing for like a good 3 years of my career. And it was like, I was doing my own thing with Scampy, but then he got injured and it was like, fuck, what do I do? And they were like, hey, we're going to do this whole big thing. I'm like,
and they had abducted us all in one show.
Right.
It wasn't even like planned out. We were all abducted in one giant show.
Yeah. And like my experience during the whole Black Circle thing was very like I loved working with Stock. I loved being able to work with Mikey and Crusher, but I felt so complacent in that because Crusher got all the managerial spots. Cabby just kind of stood there. And then there was me doing like jack shit. And I was bored. Like they had one spot, I remember they had me do like, seduce the wrestler. I'm like, Stock literally just said, put me through a table in the locker room. And you guys said no. Like, let me do something. Like it was just like
yeah, and then Cabby disappeared for I have no idea.
I know the story behind that.
You can tell because I don't fucking know.
Cabby disappearing?
Yeah.
He just
So this is a true story. So Cabby,
The true.
Cabby
This is a
was
true
he was
story.
like a preacher or something like that. He was like he was into the church that where and
Like
his family's
legit
into the
church.
church. Yeah, legit. Legit. He was a preacher. That I think he came to NYWC because Mono was there, and he was driving
Yeah,
Mono
yeah, yeah, yeah,
everywhere.
yeah, yeah.
So that's how he got to NYWC. But Cabby, I think he had a little incident with a girl in a hotel room and another wrestler, where he was going crazy, and then he spilled the beans to his wife. So his wife called. I don't know who she called, like healing him out. How could you let him do this? Basically, he Andy Pettit he snitched. He snitched on
Oh,
himself and everybody that was involved because I guess he had a guilty conscience, and that's why he disappeared.
wow, awesome, wonderful,
Andy Pettit.
fantastic.
Just
That's
take
the
the
only
heat
way.
yourself.
That's the only way I
Take,
can put it. So you know what I was talking about.
take the heat yourself, and well, he pulled the fucking Sting, right?
Yeah,
Sting did
oh,
that
yeah.
too.
Yeah,
did that too.
Sting called everyone.
Take the heat
I
for
don't know.
yourself and fucking bury it, man. Fuck,
Yeah.
golly,
So that's what happened with that fool.
cold blooded.
Damn, I
Why
missed
you-
all that.
Why you throwing everybody else out there? But fuck it, you know what? It happens.
Hey, now you all know.
Yeah. Well,
I-
you
And
know
I
what?
heard that story from Reliables too.
I agree, pops. I
And my
agree.
dad called Cabby a rat. Rat bastard.
And
Yeah.
he didn't use it the proper way, but I guess that is the proper way though. But yeah.
Jesus, I didn't know that. Fuck.
Yeah,
That
that's-
explains it.
And
They're like
I-
literally one
I'll tell
show.
you who
Like
the
I
girl-
remember. Go ahead,
I'll
no,
tell you the
guys.
girl is when we're done. When we're done
Oh,
with this,
okay.
because I don't wanna throw her
Yeah.
name out there.
But yeah, like literally one show. Mikey was like, "Yeah, Cannon's not with us anymore." I'm like, "Okay."
Yeah,
What?
I know.
was a-
Mikey was hot. Mikey was
Yeah.
hot, and there was a bunch of people.
You know,
that
and
were
like
hot.
one show we would be managed by Crusher, and then the next show it'd be Foxy, and then it would switch on. It was
That's fucking
it could have been fucking great. I mean, the stuff me, Foxy, and Scyther did, I loved. I thought it was the best stuff we were doing.
Yeah,
Is
we
it when-
because we
yeah,
talked, we communicated.
Yeah,
You
like,
know,
And
when
that
we were
kinda-
when it was the three of us, like I had the Brody chain, so she would walk me out on the chain.
Mhm.
Scyther would run around like it worked, and Mikey and Crusher were doing their thing, and then
that's the
I
thing.
don't know.
We're all our own separate entities in it, and it
like,
just
that would've been
never
the
came
smart thing,
together.
the smart thing would have been you managed I guess
Crusher,
Crusher managed
Mikey.
Mikey, and John Cannon does his own thing.
Yeah, John kind of goes home.
Take
Hey,
it home.
But I'll be honest with you, Foxy doesn't get a lot of credit that she deserves because she was one of the best. I'm not gonna say valet. She was one of the best managers, one of the best managers you can have because she had so much knowledge.
Aw.
And like I said, she was just like Crusher. She never took heat away from you. She knew where to interact,
Where to be in
interject
the match.
herself.
Yeah,
She
yeah.
knew where to be. She knew when to get her heat. You know, it was. Hey, I mean, Damien was smart. You.
Well,
I'll be honest with you.
he needed a way to
You-
help
you-
get
you-
himself over, right?
No, well, not Damien. Let me tell you something. Damien is one of the most
Love
underrated
you,
wrestlers.
Damien. I love you.
Yeah,
No,
One of the
Damien
most
was
underrated
fucking
wrestlers.
quality. He was quality.
Yeah, he's
we'll
a quality.
get into that next week. Hold on. Let me
Yeah.
put this up real quick, Foxy. No, not to take anything away
Oh,
from
look
you,
at
but
that,
next
guys.
week we got Damien Dragon on with us, and that's Foxy's husband right there, and we'll be having him on next
Still
week
sort
with
of
us.
subject, but yeah.
Yeah, Boogaloo still wants to fight you, Damien.
Mama, Damien's beating bigger and better. Hey, nah, but you saved his career
No,
Be
yeah,
honest because
he
you got
struggled.
you guys
with
getting
trying to
together.
path.
Mhm.
Yeah, you managing him took him to that next level. He was already there, but when you put you to get together,
Yeah.
everything was like
Damien was all over the place was his problem, and
Mhm.
then y'all got together, and y'all and your gimmick meshed so well together that it worked out wonderfully for him.
yeah, that you guys were over
So,
as fuck at
Yeah,
NYWC.
y'all
It was
were
crazy.
hella over.
And then when you guys did the whole angle with Scampy and all that shit, like that was even that was crazy heat.
Oh my God, people fucking hated me.
Yeah.
And I manipulated MySpace back then. So because that's when all that shit was going on. So I'm like, all right, I'm okay fade my MySpace. Oh, the heat I fucking got.
It was
My
nuts.
great.
Wow, you're aging yourself.
Hey,
Let me age myself. I'm 40 and I'm a vampire. It's fine.
hey,
It's cool.
why don't you discuss that? Discuss that whole angle so that way everybody knows what you're talking about, because that was a good angle.
Yeah, it's true.
All right.
A lot of people probably won't know.
All right. So, for those of you watching and listening that do not know, my husband and I were working together for quite a while on the indie scene. We just had our first child, and we got approached with doing an angle with Ken Scampy and Dan Barry and YWC, who were a tag team, Team Tremendous. At the time, I was managing Team Tremendous and not Damien, because there is this douchebag that promised Damien the fucking world of wrestling. He did it to you too, Boogie, and fucked us all.
Who's that?
Remember when you went to California?
Oh, yeah.
That guy.
Yeah.
So Team Tremendous was going to be breaking up, and they wanted Scampy over as a super heel, but weren't sure it would like work. So they wanted to add like an extra thing, and they were like, okay, Foxy, you're going to manage him. And that's all they said to me on the phone. But I'm like, there's only one way this is going to fucking get over. There's only one way this is going to get over. And they went over the whole thing the day of the show where, you know, he's going to turn on Damien, and Dan Barry's going to come in and make the save. And then you're going to turn on Dan, and you and Scampy are going to kiss. And the reception to it in the locker room was like, okay, fine, cool. I mean, Scampy and I were really tight. And if I was going to do anything like that with anybody else, it was going to be him, because I trusted him with my life. So we did the whole angle in the ring, and the crowd they gave me that ECW style chant that I always wanted, you know, like, whore, she's got herpes. I'm like, yes, bring it, you know.
She's got herpes chance.
Yes, because
She got COVID.
I always wanted to be an ECW. I always wanted to be an ECW girl. So to hear those chants at me was like, fucking A, this is awesome. But the whole angle got so muddy because you had Scampy going after Barry in the feud. Me and Damien are like, okay, well, what about Damien's involvement in this? I just like cheated on him. The fuck. So they got him involved, and then they got Tara involved because she used to manage Scampy, and she was Scampy's ex that the whole world knew about. So now Damien is getting managed by Tara, who's against me and Scampy, and then Barry had to have a female, so they brought Alicia in for a hot second, and it was a whole big fucking mess. And it ended up being Scampy and Barry squashing it in a whole match. Damien's involvement was just fucking gone. They just forgot about it. They're like, whatever. Alicia was gone at that time. Tara stopped managing Damien. I stayed with Scampy, and
then you got abducted.
And then I got abducted by the Black Circle. And
I remember at one point that was when we came in, and
yes.
I remember we came in and
you
had us beat up Damien.
Yes, exactly. And
grab my butt.
Like, it was fun, but it was a mess. It made no sense.
Yeah,
and
there was a lot of crazy shit
I'm still friends with someone that used to work backstage, and I got told like a year or two ago, like, yeah, did you know that they secretly used to just call it the cuckold storyline? I'm like, yeah, I guess that makes a lot of sense. Like, once it got all muddy and they're just like, give him a girl, give him a girl, give him a girl. It was just like,
yeah, it was definitely I don't know anything about this sound. Using magic and Elden
Ring considered cheating. Nah, go ahead. It's a fantasy world.
Jesus Christ,
Sal.
But yeah, Damien said it was hella fun. I agree. I remember we got off. I remember watching a lot of it from when I remember when I feel like when we first started checking out NYWC, when we were waiting to get in, we went a couple times and just checked out we went to go check out a couple shows, and I think a lot of that was what was going on when we
Yeah.
first checked it out.
No,
You know,
no, it
Mhm.
wasn't.
no,
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 because
that
when
was
we came
way.
into
That was after you guys.
NYWC, no, that happened after we were already there.
Yeah, you guys were
Because
there for a while.
that
Yeah,
angle happened after we were there.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because I remember going to California with Damien, and I told Damien, I was like, "Listen, man, I
Mhm.
don't." It was I told Damien I felt a type of way about it
Mhm.
because I didn't like the fact that like I love Scampy, don't get me wrong, but I didn't like they were doing the gimmick in the ring and all that, but he was still working the gimmick in the locker room, and I'm like, listen, I said I don't like it, and personally, like if it gets out of hand, I'm gonna wind up saying something to this kid because that's your wife, and I find it disrespectful, and I told Damien I was like, and I don't. He goes, okay, yeah, but I don't know. I didn't know I was getting worked.
yeah,
I was ready. I was
Louis
ready to knock
does remember
Scampy's ass out.
everything.
No, yeah, we worked it like crazy, but also when it came to the locker room, Scampy was the other one that had my back as much as you and Damien. So he was like, I can't say like a brother because this was fucking Scampy. Let's be real here. But like if I had a problem or if I needed help with something or if I needed defense and neither of you were around, Scampy was always my go-to because we were like really tight. Like after the whole like Tara breaking up thing and like the hystericalness of how it happened, so it just clicked. So I'm like, you're an asshole. I'm an asshole. Let's be friends. So
Yeah. So the angle you guys follow that angle in cyberspace. That's what Damien said.
yes. I was always invited to work for cyberspace, but I always declined because I was like, I'm a mom. I don't have a babysitter. Me and Damien really can't work together if that's going to be the case in case the kid has to come with us, which was always our rule with NYWC too. Is like, let us work separately so that, we could hand off each other with Seth at the time.
Yeah.
And they put us in an angle together and like, okay, thanks. Yeah, thanks a lot. But yeah, in cyberspace, Derek Gordon, he had the idea. He wanted to do a storyline based around all the message board bullshit of me being a rat and sleeping around and all this shit. And we're like, all right, that's kind of genius because nobody's really done that yet. Let's do it. So Scamp and I took that angle slightly over to cyberspace, and we didn't get to flesh the angle out because cyberspace didn't really last long. But what it was supposed to have been was that, I was with all these other guys and blah, 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 beating Damien down and his self-esteem and all that, only for like a final moment to come where it's like a title match or some shit. And
That is very true. I do remember that.
100% true.
We have a picture. We have pictures of it still.
You gotta send me that. I gotta see that.
Yeah,
I do remember that.
Wow. I remember.
I remember him eating his
a lot.
Was it Kits, the little cereal he used to eat?
The little Gerber
Yeah.
things.
That looked like Kicks.
Wow.
Mhm.
Talk about throwback, man. I didn't even remember that until I read the comment. I was like, wow, I remember that now.
He was like, hey, we're going out, and they put his little blanket next to us on the floor, by our bags, and they put him there, and he just sit with us the whole time while they did their thing.
Full face paint, gimmick, and everything.
Yep. Oh my
and
god.
he just like this. He just be like this the whole time.
To make him smile.
Yep. Oh, that makes my cheeks hurt. It's so true though.
Now, how old is he now?
He's driving, right?
16.
Wow. Did he get his license already?
Wow,
No, not yet. But yeah, he'll be 17 in May.
Wow, time flies.
Yeah. Tell me about it.
Jesus. That is crazy.
Shit.
Make me feel old.
Hey.
You. I live with him.
Well, that's awesome though, man. I seen the pictures. He's so big now. It's like, wow. It's crazy. I don't even want to think about it.
You got 3 boys, right?
Yes.
And all different from each other, right? Everybody
with
their own personalities.
Oh God, yes. Seth is the quiet, reserved one. Loves wrestling, Star Wars, Mortal Kombat, video games, and then we have Jace. He's 11, I think. Jace is 11. And, and when you have more than one, you lose count.
Right.
Jace, he's his own person. He's been an individual since he was born. He wears different color socks all the time. He loves blood and guts and horror, and he calls himself my little goth kid. And then the youngest, Cole, he's 6. He's an incarnation of me, and it's really frightening because I argue with a 6-year-old because he's legit me. And Damien just sent Seth down here so you guys could see him.
Okay.
Come
Bring him
on. They can't hear you though.
Hello.
Say hi.
What's up, man?
They can't hear you. They said, "What's up?"
That's going good.
Yeah, right, man. Look at that hair, man.
Yeah,
Yeah.
for real.
You need to give some of that to
Big
your
boy
dad.
now.
They said you need to give it to Daddy. All right, you go. Go.
I'll take some too.
Yeah.
That's awesome, man.
Yeah. 3
He's
boys.
big, right? How tall is he?
Taller than me.
He's taller than
He-
Damien?
He almost.
Yeah.
Almost.
He looks
yeah.
big.
He is. He's
Yeah,
like.
he looks-
I want
he
to say
looks
he's like maybe
long.
5'5" at this point. My
He
instincts
looks
is, like,
taller
all
than
over the
that.
place.
How's your
Probably.
brother? I love that kid. What's
He's
his name?
good. Stocky, you probably won't remember. I used to bring my brother around occasionally
Yeah,
to
you
the
do.
show.
You look like,
Vaguely.
yeah, you do. You
Yeah.
look like McLovin.
Mhm.
Remember, he used to look like McLovin.
Still does.
Dude. I don't
He
know.
he hasn't
Remember-
aged either because I
Mhm.
see a pity post picture. He got jacked though.
Mm-hmm.
That dude's ripped.
He is. It's disgusting to say,
Good for
but
him,
he
though.
is. No, he's doing great. Just doing his own thing. We all live in the same house technically.
That's awesome.
It's like we're on the second floor of the 2-family house. My brother and my mom are on the first floor. And
Oh, okay.
yeah, you should see her.
Tell your
She's a
brother-
vampire
tell your brother
too.
what's up, man.
Jesus.
I
So-
definitely will.
So how's it raising four boys? And that
Wow.
Well, they all fart
Damien,
on
come
each other.
Damien's a big kid, man. You
That
know
he
it.
is. They all fart on each other. They just started. We're such wonderful parents that we're all bored one day a couple months ago, and I'm like, "Hey guys, do you want to see what Jackass is?" So now they all play ball tap. Yeah.
I used to play that game with Stockade when he was young. Stockade at practice.
I mean, yeah.
You played that with just about everybody.
I did.
But I mean, raising 3 boys is actually a whole lot of fun because since I was a tomboy myself, I couldn't imagine as much as I wanted a girl and still would love a little girl. I don't think I could handle it because I don't do girl things, and I don't say that as in I'm not most girls type of way. Like I was raised as a boy because my father had 2 sons prior to me and my brother, so he raised me as a boy. I do the comic books, the video games, the wrestling. I don't really like dresses and pink, and it's like to have 3 boys is so much easier.
A man's dream wife, right there.
Yeah, like I could talk to my kids about Star Wars or Mortal Kombat, which me and Seth talk about constantly, and I kind of taught my kids history by having them watch me play Assassin's Creed. So like it's easier to
There you
have
go.
boys.
I peeped that flag behind you.
Yeah, I was gonna say that.
Right?
There it is.
I got my Assassin's Creed right there. I got my Connor though.
I got the
You
Eivor.
didn't like 3?
I hated 3 was good. I just hated Connor as a character.
I like the
Dude,
originals.
man.
Oh,
I'm a fan of the originals. The original Assassin's Creed.
The new one's the best.
The Valhalla one. I haven't played
Yeah.
that one.
you're
I haven't
so
played any of
biased
them.
though.
Valhalla's
Of course
good,
I have.
though. Valhalla is good.
I got
enjoyed it.
I got the
haven't finished it
Eivor
yet.
pop somewhere up there. That
I
thing's
haven't
awesome.
finished it yet, but
We got a question for you, Foxy.
Sure, what's up? Who in the industry did you look up to and why? That's a multifaceted question. I looked up to Miss Elizabeth first and foremost because that was who I saw on my TV screen for WrestleMania 7, and I'm like, I want to be a wrestling manager. Like, so she's top tier. Later on, just before I started training, I would have to say it was the primary women of ECW, which was Beulah McGillicuddy, Francine, Dawn Marie, even I would say even Tammy a little bit, because they were all doing things that only male managers would do. And that's what made me really go, yeah, I want to be a wrestling manager. I never wanted to wrestle. Learn how to wrestle, sure, so I could do all that cool shit in the ring, but I never wanted to wrestle, just manage. And for me, the women of ECW were the ones I looked up to the most when it came to taking bumps and really being a part of a storyline as opposed to just being eye candy.
They were heat grabbers too. A lot of them were
Yes.
able to. They weren't good bumpers, but they.
They
Dude,
took the beatings, though. Yeah.
Holy shit!
Francine
Well-
with Shane Douglas, man. Fuck.
Oh,
Oof. I remember the cane jobs, and it's like holy crap.
mhm.
Nowadays, those guys will be fucked.
Beulah and Fonzie in that fucking bloodbath.
Yeah.
What's up, guys? How you guys
What's up,
doing?
buddy?
Thank you for tuning in.
Hi.
Uh,
I'm gonna say
I
hi
like-
to everybody. Hello.
Jimmy said wait until they discover the waiting movie game.
Oh my god, I
God,
know.
the brains. Yes.
Fucking that stupid
Take a
ass
look at
shit.
the
Batwing.
Batwing, bitch.
Dude,
Oh,
Scampy,
no.
Scampy was the
I told my
fucking
son
worst
the
with that
Batwing.
shit.
He was. He got everybody.
He's
Yeah, he
fucking,
did. He would get everybody.
Mhm.
He,
It meant Barry.
he is the smartest, stupidest person I've ever met in my life.
He is.
Yes.
Hey, he was hella good with that carpentry shit, though.
Yeah, he's a fucking engineer.
Yeah.
He's just a dickhead.
All right.
It's funny.
Dickhead. Whatever happened to him? Where's he at now? Yes.
I
He
heard
got-
he's married with a kid.
Yeah,
Man.
he got
Somebody locked
married.
him down.
Yeah, he got I remember he had gotten engaged while he was still wrestling. And then he very slowly and quietly like stopped taking bookings
Yeah.
and then got married. I think had a kid. He stopped talking to me once he got engaged. So you know how
Yeah.
girls can be.
Okay.
I think when we had Dan Barry on, Dan Barry said that he wants like nothing to do with the business anymore.
Right.
So you know,
I
hey,
can't blame him. It just sucks that you got to shun your whole past sometimes in
You know
order to
what?
get away
Like,
from it.
I don't think
Yeah.
I gotta say honestly, like I love my time in the business. You know what I'm saying? Like
Mhm.
I love it. You know, like I wouldn't. The only thing I would say I would change is I would have worked harder because I was very fucking lazy, very lazy. You know, and even when even when I had you know, people telling me like,
Al
hey,
Snow.
yeah, Al Snow hit
Also,
me
how many
with
times
the-
he wanted to sign you?
Al Snow hit me with the, hey, if you can get 30 pounds on you, I'll get you a deal. And I'm like, 30 pounds? Where the fuck am I getting 30 pounds from? I'm like 140 pounds.
You
I'm
don't
like,
understand.
dude, if you know, I told him straight up, I said, if you know what I eat, like I eat a box of cookies and
That was
drink a
for
gallon
breakfast.
of milk a day.
For breakfast.
Oh, Jesus.
Like a day, I eat a box of cookies and a gallon of milk. And he's like, I can't tell you where you're going to get it, but you know how you can get it. And I'm like, I ain't about that life. Bro, I straight up was like, oh, okay. And I was like, nah, I can't do it.
Three times. Three
Too fucking
times.
scared. I was like, I'm too fucking scared. I can't do it. I'm scared of fucking needles. But everybody's like, hey, well, you got all these tattoos. I don't give a fuck.
It's different.
Needles.
Yeah, it's
It's
different.
different.
It's
I
really
got the talk. I was like, hey, if you could gain weight. So I was like, yeah, cool. Got gained the weight that the motherfucker hit me with. Only if you were
get
just a
6
little bit
inches.
taller. Yeah. I was like, that ain't gonna fucking happen.
ridiculous.
And then they one time they came to it because it was a match with me and him and Guapo, and they come back to me. It was that big cat guy. He goes,
Yeah, the redhead.
fuck.
dude,
He
right?
goes. You too fucking stiff. I go. What the fuck do you care? I said, what the fuck you care? You're not gonna. You already told me I'm not. If I was taller, you're not gonna sign me. So don't worry
Thanks,
about
Pop.
me being stiff.
You got
It is what it
about the
is. So
TBS
let,
title
let
in
me ask you.
AEW. I don't know. I don't,
Which one's the
I
TBS
don't know
title?
what
honestly,
it
That's the female's
I
title.
don't know.
Is
I
it? They have
have
a
no
female TBS title?
I
don't
think
guess
watch
so.
AEW,
I think that's the
so
one
I can't
that-
tell you.
That's the one with Jake Gardell has, right?
Donta, if you can let us know which title that is. I don't watch AEW, so I can't. All I've done is seen highlights, and I can't really speak on it. I don't want to speak
Okay.
ill of what's going on. So,
Mhm.
well,
Um.
he says yes. I don't
Okay.
know what that
Well,
means.
what I think of the TBS title, I don't know why they need two single women's titles.
Oh, that's a women's title, the
Yeah.
TBS title.
Yeah.
Yeah, one's TNT is the guys, right? And then
Yeah.
TBS is the
TBS.
women's,
I
right?
don't
Some
know
shit
why
like
they
that.
need two women's titles. Like, I
Oh,
mean, they
okay,
could have
yeah, he
did
says female title.
they
Yeah.
could have did
Okay.
something different. Like maybe, but there's not enough females yet. Maybe if there
Exactly
was
what I
more
was gonna
females,
say.
then yes, you know,
Yeah.
I could see that becoming like the intercontinental belt. You
I
know,
don't even know who
Mhm.
they have on their women's division besides like three
you got
girls.
it's starting to evolve.
Is it?
So I mean, yeah, yeah. If Vince keeps cutting people, yeah, it's gonna get better.
Yeah, they
That's
got
true.
full.
But Foxy,
Yes.
tell me, tell us what led to you leaving the business. Why you? What made you take your exit?
And how'd you do it?
Yeah, how? Oh shit.
Nobody's really heard this full story because no one's ever like
This
actually
is what we
asked.
want to know. We
All
want we
right,
want
We
to
want to know
so
something different today.
all right, so at the time, Damien and I were working for WOW, which is Warriors of Wrestling.
That's Joey B.
Joey,
Yeah,
Okay.
the Italian.
and uh, I just started managing Damien again at the company after managing another guy.
Mhm.
And Damien was set to like win the heavyweight title and all that jazz. And I was going to be getting into a feud with like Joey B's manager at the time, blah, blah, blah. But lo and behold, oops, I'm pregnant. So, so then, yeah, with Jace.
Jason.
So, you know, we told them all, not a big deal. And the first reaction I got was, well, there goes the feud with so and so. I'm like, congratulations is usually what you go with first, but cool, whatever. So,
Wrestling.
yeah, exactly.
I'll be honest with you. I would have had you still work until you were ready to deliver. Because
Oh, there's more. There's
by,
more.
by the way, I find it very weird that Twitch blocks Foxy.
What?
they block Foxy.
Yeah, like the questions that were posted on Twitch, it shows up as star 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 star.
Maybe because
I'll
of
get
the
it.
3 X's, who knows?
No,
So,
they just put one X, FOXY.
Okay.
all right.
I don't get it.
Well,
Fucking
to
stupid.
continue this though,
Okay.
so
Fucking
you know, I had told Joey B and the other guy that was helping him book, I was like, look, I don't know if I'll come back to wrestling after this one's born. You know, after Seth was born, it was easy. One child, fine, but having two, I was like, I'm really not sure. I'm like, I would love to continue working, like, but I honestly don't know. So, during my last managerial stint, when I told him that, I'm like, this is my last one. I'm starting to show a little bit, so we'll have this one be my last. Let's leave it open ended, you know, just in case I come back. Who knows, whatever.
Yeah.
And Damien goes to look at the card, and he's like, "All right, so I'm going over." He's like, "Oh no, how did he say it?" The other guy's winning because you're going to get caught accidentally stopping somebody else, and it's going to look like you were cheating to win. And I'm like, oh, so my potentially last time ringside and in the ring, and the fans are going to fucking turn on me and hate me because I cost you a fucking title match. Fucking awesome. So I went in, I did the spot, and as predicted, like the crowd fucking shit all over me. Shit all over me. And I flipped out in the ring. I was like cursing the fucking these little kids out. Like, this is a family friendly show, you know, at like some kids' place. And I just cursed everybody the fuck out, like in the crowd, because it was like, this is going to be potentially my last moment. And this is how we're going to have it go. Fine, whatever. Did that. They were pissed that I cursed everybody out. They didn't understand why I did it. And after that, I just never looked back. I was like, fuck it, I'm done. It's such unnecessary drama. And it reminded me a lot of like the whole Lita thing where she got slut shamed out of the building on her last match, only to get redemption years after the fact. Is like, cool. So that's that.
Fuck. Jesus.
Yeah.
Stockade, do you want to tell your crush story now?
She knows. She knows.
Well, let the world
Yeah, but
don't
the
know.
world don't know, bro.
I mean, it's not really a crush story.
The
It's
Knights
just
of
that
the Gimmick Table universe don't know, brother.
it's not really like a crush story. It's fucking,
You were a
fucking. I remember
17-year-old boy. Come on.
a 17-year-old boy
She was that
in
baby.
walks fucking, I'm fucking fresh face, and I was hanging out with Dan Barry and Scampy and all that, but in walks fucking Foxy in full fucking gimmick, and I was like, good God, I didn't know she was with Damien. I literally was
But
like,
well, you did. First of all, her gimmick was her normal.
yeah, it was
street
really just
attire.
her. She just walked in like,
She was doing it
And,
before Teddy Hart.
yeah, and
Yeah.
then it was literally like that was it. And I remember because fucking Spinelli had a thing for fucking Tara, and I fucking had a crush on fucking Foxy. It was it.
Aw.
So
Aw.
yeah, I mean, it's not like it's a
Good.
fucking like I had
Oh,
fucking
my bad.
photos of her and her
Yes, I
like,
know.
fucking like I'm not fucking
I know. my
fucking
bad.
putting push pins into Damien dolls, wishing his fucking demise. Jesus Christ!
You know you did. You know you did. We're gonna keep it. Let's keep it 100. You put it out there.
If it makes for a good
You
story,
got a
sure.
voodoo doll.
I'm gonna tell you a story now.
Oh boy.
Oh God!
Here we go.
Early in our career, me and Damien were a tag team called the Natural Born Killers.
Oh.
We go to Jersey to
We
go
can't
wait
wait for this story for next week, or
No,
is
no,
this
we'll
a,
do it. We're gonna do it now because
okay,
it's
okay.
about Foxy. It's not
Oh,
about
it's about Foxy. Okay,
So we
Mhm.
go to
not about Damien.
we go to New Jersey. I think it was JCW, and
Yes.
it was like in this little ass place for a TV taping. We get there late. Damien was married at the time, so his wife drove us, and we get there, and we go there, and I see this referee. I'm like, oh my god! I said, Damien, you see this? He's
Look
like,
at that
yeah,
ref.
yeah. She was in her referee gear, and I was like, damn. Can you explain your referee gear? What you can?
I know the show you were talking about.
Okay.
I know
ahead.
exactly what show it was. Yes, the referee gear was like these big ass platform boots, like these big ass goth platform boots,
Mhm.
fishnets, black booty shorts, and a ref shirt that I tied up in the front.
Oh yeah.
But wasn't a gimmick ref. I refed the shit out of that
No,
show.
she was the ref. But
Mhm.
so like I'm seeing, and you know me, I'm like,
Stockade's like, fuck, I wish I was there at 12.
I was like, holy shit. So we watch this, we get in, we wrestle, and we leave right away. So like I didn't have time to talk to Foxy, you know.
Thank God there wasn't
I had
Facebook back
time
then.
I had time to shoot my shot.
Oh,
So
man.
fast forward years later, we see Foxy again. This time Damien is not married no more. And we see Foxy again, and he's like, oh, remember that girl? I go, yeah, Foxy. He's like, yeah, I'm like, oh, okay, so Veronica, right? So we
Mhm.
go, we talking to her, and then like we leave, and he's like, dibs. I was like, motherfucker. He's
Wow.
like, dibs. I
Call
was like,
dibs. Damn you, Damien.
And that's how you get canceled today.
and that's how
Yeah,
the
for
one
real.
got away.
Thing is,
For
he
real, not-
he
not-
wouldn't have
Because
gotten
Because
canceled.
you didn't yell dibs.
No, but Colin Dibs technically wouldn't have gotten him canceled because we didn't get together until like still years after the fact. So he gets a bye.
Who gets
Yeah,
blocked?
yeah. But he called dibs, so Louis
He
couldn't
called
even
dibs,
attempt.
so
Called
He couldn't
dibs.
take his shot.
yeah, it's the bro code. It's the bro code.
Oh God.
Unbelievable.
Good shit. Good shit. So
Foxy,
Yes.
we need to know more about this book. When is it? You know, when do you believe we're gonna be getting it? The world is waiting.
I know. No, it will be this year. That much I can
Okay.
definitely guarantee. It will be this year because, like I said, I'm like halfway through the final draft. I can't exactly estimate when because it depends on
Approvals, all that, thumbs ups.
not really. I wouldn't say approvals because I mean, it's not. I'm not like shitting on anybody in the book, and I'm not really using anybody's full on names. It could read like fiction. I mean, it's the world of wrestling. Nothing's real.
Yeah.
But after which, it's more so a matter of the publisher that I plan on sending it to. If they accept it, depends on when they go forth with the next steps. If they say no, then fuck it, self-publishing, and I'll have a date really soon.
Hey, I don't know if you're
Amazon, man.
The
Mhm.
Mick fucking his book was like a #1 seller on Amazon for a minute.
The Mick
Mick
had a
Yeah,
book.
he wrote a book about the Rangers, about the New
Oh,
York
shit.
Rangers. Bro, #1 seller for a hot minute on
Wow.
on
Shit.
Amazon. So shout out to him, man.
Good for him. Like, I'm
Yeah.
not being
Goddamn.
sarcastic for
Yeah,
once
it
in
was,
my
it was
life.
like it was like hard to freaking order and everything apparently. So
Wow.
shout out to him, man.
Nice.
The dude's a diehard Ranger guy, so
Yeah, he
you
is.
know he knows his shit. So I guess
Yeah, he is.
people were interested in what he wrote. So, but yeah, Amazon, that exactly.
It's the place to be, yeah.
I mean, Kaide Lothbrok. It's gonna take me forever to get that right.
It's all right. It's all right.
I like how Angel calls him Kincaid.
Kincaid.
Yeah.
If you're a Dream Warriors
Kincaid.
fan, you know about Kincaid.
Mhm.
Kincaid.
I know exactly
He's
what
like,
you're talking about.
hey, where's Kincaid at? I'm like, who the fuck is Kincaid? But yeah, like I don't know. I'm excited. Are you gonna play audio version of your book?
I want to.
That's the
You
only
I
way.
should,
want
because
That's
to.
the only
then
way
I will
Lowriders
be-
read it.
I will be 100% in. If not, it may take me like 2 years to read the book.
No, I want
But-
to because I mean, with certain ways that I write, I could hear myself say it, and it's like if people just read it, it's not going to have the same tone.
Yeah, of course.
So I
like,
really want to.
especially the people that know you, when they hear like your tone with it, it'll be like, ha ha.
Mhm.
Yeah. Okay,
Definitely.
okay.
Just gotta tone down the Jersey a little bit to do it.
You know what? That just adds on to the factor, you know.
Yeah.
Good shit. Good
So
shit.
fuck.
All right, well, Foxy, do you vape? I'm just
No.
curious. No, not at all. You never tried it? Because maybe you should try our
Oh,
health vape. We're gonna lead right into a commercial.
look at the segue right there.
Healthvape.com. It sells healthy vaping alternatives. All of their products use no nicotine, no harmful or addictive chemicals, and they are vitamin infused. Our old MWA podcast group member, Alan Funk, used to say, it's like smoking a Red Bull,
The vape.
Yikes.
vaping a Red Bull. So, yeah,
No, promo code MWA Pod for your 10% discount.
exactly.
Oh,
Also, hold on, we got a little comment
Which
over
one?
here.
is Louis in the
Louis
book?
in the book.
I don't know.
I'm sure there might be a comment or two about his shenanigans.
No, but the bar shenanigans is mentioned quite a bit.
Am I in that?
Hey,
think
you see
Probably. Yeah.
that?
I do
Yagi
think-
Sauce
I think
says
I
he-
mentioned- I
says
think
he's
I
got
mentioned
something for you to
getting-
vape on Lou.
Hey,
Yeah.
if that's the case, Yagi, you better get that bench up.
Now,
Yeah,
I
you
think
need
I
to hit
mentioned
that
us getting
400.
twofers at Fridays at most.
Oh yeah, me and you with the twofers.
God,
yeah.
we were so
Yo,
bad.
The twofers were
The
Two for Long
twofers.
Island iced teas.
quality.
Yeah,
I
What
would
but
get the
Fridays?
Malibu and crayons. I would have two walking around drinking one. I would grab another two and put them on the table.
Was that a Fridays we used to go to?
Yeah,
It was
no,
Ruby
Ruby
Tuesday. Oh, Ruby
Tuesdays.
Tuesdays.
Oh,
Yeah.
NYWC was Ruby Tuesdays.
Yeah, man, I would kill those Long Island iced teas.
Yeah.
You know what else Boogaloo would kill?
Sleeves.com. If you or anybody in your family is an athlete, then Sleeves.com is for you. Sleeves offers a wide variety of all your sports and athletic needs. I even wear these dirty boxers when I mow my lawn. My neighbor loves it. So does Rosie O'Donnell. Use our promo code MWAPOD for your 10% discount.
All right.
But yeah, obviously we're a little bit over. Pierce don't fucking kill
Pierce
us.
is
you know?
pulling his beard out. Oh,
He's like, oh, these
Sorry,
fucking guys."
Pierce.
You know
he's
what?
like Pierce is like
Pierce does love Foxy.
Pierce is like a leprechaun. I'm gonna start throwing shoes at him so you can shine them.
Pierce loves Foxy though, so you know I don't think he's gonna have a problem with us going over. I love that. I love that.
Pierce been trying to get Foxy to get a show.
hmm
You're 130 pounds.
What the fuck does that mean?
Whoa.
Well, damn.
What the fuck is
I don't
that?
want to read that comment.
It's a
I
long
don't wanna get us
story.
canceled.
Jesus Christ.
I don't want to get us canceled, but Great show, very entertaining. Thank you, Caramel Latte.
Thank
Yagi,
you.
Yagi,
This will be
thank
our
you
last
for
show.
tuning in,
Boogaloo's
bro.
getting us fucking canceled.
I didn't say
I
nothing.
ain't read it.
You're
I
fine.
It
couldn't
ain't
read
even
it.
me.
Hey, I clicked on it and I was like, "Oh shit, what am I doing?"
I'm so glad you guys convinced me to get on here. I survived my fucking old tag partner getting accused. Now you assholes are gonna get me canceled.
No, that's something totally different.
Jesus Christ.
Yes.
That's inside joke.
Wow.
Anyway, let's wrap this up. Foxy, we love you.
I love
We
you.
Absolutely.
we do appreciate you coming on with us. Please join us again once you're ready to ready
that
to
book.
put that book out there so we can hopefully get you a couple extra buys, maybe like 4. But it is what it is, you know.
Yeah, no, I want to.
4 is better than 0.
I want
Us
to come on your
3
Nerd
plus
Herder
my dad.
show.
You want what?
I want to come on the Nerd Herder
Oh.
show.
Oh, he wants to come on the Nerd Herder show.
No, sorry, yeah, promote that. Definitely promote
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
Yeah, what you
Where
got?
can people find you?
All right. People can find me on all social media: Twitter, Snapchat, Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, all at the same handle, which is at Viva Foxy Foxxy. That's VIVAFOXY. Every last Wednesday of the month, myself and my husband join our 2 friends, Dan Law and Craig Lagans, to do Nerd Herders, which is just an all-in-one Twitch stream talking about everything that went on in nerd and pop culture throughout the month. Every other Saturday on Twitch, I join my buddy Dan, and we just shit talk music constantly, all kinds of music, called Manic Mixtape. Those can be viewed on danlaw.tv.
Okay, yeah, we got Dan Law. We subscribed. I subscribed to him.
That-
On
Is that the one?
also, yeah, there we go.
Yeah.
There it
There we
is.
go.
Also,
There we go. I got you,
Foxy. It's Foxy.
It's me.
It's Foxy. And she does all this and takes care of a house,
Full
Yeah.
of men.
Full of
cooks
men.
dinner,
Yeah.
cooks dinner. She does it all.
Yeah,
You know what
I
we should
do.
do? We should do a book club podcast.
Please don't. I'm out on that one, but yeah,
yeah.
I don't know how many people will be interested in a book.
How about we read stories to Kincaid?
Well, you
The
can read
shit
them to
I
me.
read
I
would
don't
be
know if I-
interesting.
I don't know if there's not even a book in here, man.
I have
You have
some
a Norse
books, but
Bible?
they're not mine.
I ain't got, dude. They ain't a fucking. I got a fucking chicken guy menu. That's about it.
Nice.
And a map of Gatorland somewhere. But besides that, ain't no
Gatorland.
fucking books.
I like Gatorland's quality, man. That's a good place.
Gatorland is the shit, man. That's the redneck
Yeah.
fucking park.
We could do episodes of Foxy reading her book on the podcast.
Oh,
You could. There you go.
yeah.
We'll just sit there.
Let's do it. Let's do it like you said.
Oh.
What month is that? That's in you said October.
For what?
Oh, this guy with this fucking breast cancer.
Oh yeah,
awareness.
breast cancer awareness is
Yeah, 'cause-
October.
Yeah, just wait till October because we're gonna be doing all our podcasts shirtless.
Woo!
Oh, look, he's back, my man, Kevin
That's my
Davis.
dude
What's
right
up,
there.
bro? Thank you
So
for
what you
tuning
doing
in.
right now?
How are
Doing
we?
this show,
We are
buddy.
good.
Doing
How
this
are
show
you,
for you,
brother?
Kevin Davis.
How are you, my man? I hope you're doing good.
I love that guy.
Kevin Davis, man.
He's
He
probably
tunes in
tracking our
every
fucking
week.
addresses right now as we
He
speak.
tunes in every week just to say, "How are you?" Bye.
That's so
shout out to Kevin
considerate.
Davis. Yeah, you know what? Even if he comes on for 2 seconds, I
It's so
appreciate you,
considerate.
Kevin.
Still a
Thank
He
you
view.
didn't
very
say
much.
bye. He didn't say bye.
No,
I'm
he ain't hit
insulted.
us with the bye.
No,
Kevin
he's like,
Davis, my man.
He's trying to
He's
tell us we're
watching right
going
now.
we're over
Yeah,
time.
he's like, you motherfuckers, are 15 minutes over. Pierce is pulling his hair out. That's probably Pierce.
Maybe,
That's like-
maybe that's Pierce.
But yeah, let's wrap this up, guys.
All right.
Anyway, we do appreciate you, Foxy. Thank you for coming on.
No problem.
We'll probably have you come on with Damien since
Yeah,
you're much better to look at than Damien.
Get,
Wow.
give him
very
a couple
amazing.
extra views, you know.
Nah. We'll give Damien 15 minutes and you got to 45.
Cold blooded.
Nah.
Wow.
Damien's like, fuck you,
Foxy,
man.
thank you for coming on again.
Yeah,
No
Foxy.
problem.
You
I love
made
you guys.
you made a
Love you too, Foxy.
a 17-year-old Stockade's dream come true.
Yep, there you go.
Oh.
Thank you, appreciate you.
You know, my fiance is like listening to this right now.
Hey,
as
you
we-
know
so
what?
my
Yeah,
ass is
You were
gonna,
17, you were 17
gonna-
years old.
she's
Hey,
gonna
Phil-
beat my
Phil-
ass.
Feel
I
free
gotta
to
go put
come in.
fucking- I gotta go put a
Hold on.
headboard together after this motherfucker.
You're
So
17 years old, bro.
I got a good gimmick right now. Your fiance can feel free to come in and slap you right upside the head right
yeah,
now.
that'd be great for
Live on
that'd be great for
camera.
viewers.
the door locks, brother. I ain't fucking stupid.
Well, next week, don't lock the door. Let her just come in and slap.
Yeah,
you.
let her come in. Feel free.
Feel free to
we
slap
would
him.
love
Just
to
smack
watch
me.
it.
That's great.
on the
Awesome.
yard.
But
Out of your mind.
see y'all next week. Thank y'all for tuning in. Tune in next week. We got Damian Dragon,
Yeah, look at
8
that.
o'clock,
The hubby.
live. Foxy's husband. We may even get Foxy back on at least for a couple minutes.
At least to
people
say
got
hi.
something good to look at.
Might I just say thank you for saying Foxy's husband, because everyone always just says Damien's wife.
Damian's wife.
So
Oh,
that's
no,
nice. Thank
He's
you.
Foxy's husband.
He's Foxy husband.
That's Foxy's
He's Miss-
husband.
Wow.
He's Miss Foxy.
We're gonna refer to
Mr.
him.
Foxy?
As a matter of
Mr.
fact, I'm gonna
Foxy?
change
Mr.
his
Foxy.
name. When he puts Damian Dragon in the bottom on his name, I'm gonna write Foxy's husband, Damian Dragon.
Just change the graphic to Foxy's husband right now.
Yeah.
Just
As
promote
a
it.
matter of fact, I'm gonna put it out for next week. It's gonna be up there on the screen.
Yeah, it's gonna read Foxy's husband, not Damon Dragon.
I fucking love it. I love it.
But
Amazing.
yes, we appreciate y'all. Everybody tune in next week for Damian Dragon, 8 o'clock, Wednesday. Tune in on Fridays for Killing the Business with King Mega, King Angel,
The
King
two-time Hall
Angel.
of Famer King Mega.
Yeah, sorry, I don't want to get
Yeah,
that
no.
twisted. Even though he can't fucking tune in and say what's up, but
I know.
fuck Mega.
It's probably
Neighbor.
I don't know, his lattes and whatever he's drinking.
Yeah, he is a Starbucks fan too. But yeah, tune in for that. Tune in for Shooting the Shit Uncensored. Who knows when Pierce does his show? It's crazy random.
Australia time, brother.
It was
Australia
early
time.
I think he did it early this morning too, right?
He's just a podcast machine.
Yeah, get on there, man. Check out all of our stuff. Also, he does the NXT Roundup. I believe that's Tuesday mornings, right? Or Wednesday mornings. Wednesday mornings. And that's I think at 8 a.m. US time.
Yeah.
So Damien, we will see you next week.
Absolutely.
Shout out to our Alan Funk.
Yeah,
Wherever he's
shout out
at.
to our boy
Hope
Alan.
you feel
Funk.
better.
Hopefully he's feeling better, man. And also check out our show on Tuesdays, 8 o'clock, 8:05.
No Holds Bar.
No Holds Bar Sports Show. So check that
Yeah.
out too.
Also, shout out to Annette.
Yeah. She's not watching right now, but
Wherever she is.
She always watches. Later, y'all. Thank y'all.
Peace.
Bye.